Hi guys, EBPMAN here with Tablets for Me, and today we're going to take a look at a wireless presenter. It's a 2.4 gigahertz wireless presenter brought to us by Newmen. So if you're a student or you're a salesperson and you do presentations, one of the things that's always advised is to have a wireless control just like this one. Instead of sitting behind your PC when you're doing the presentation or your Mac, you can actually stand up, you can walk around the room, and you can control the presentation, and you actually get a better command of presence when you do that. This solution is compatible with a wide variety of devices, including both Windows, desktops or PCs or laptops, and it also can control Mac devices as well. So if you're using a MacBook Air, a MacBook Pro, you'd be able to use that as well. So let's take a look at some of the specs, and then what we'll do is we'll do a review and unboxing and also see how it works. So if we take a look at some of the features that they're highlighting here, one thing that comes to mind immediately is the range. You're going to be able to walk away 20 meters from the actual device that you are presenting from. So this is great if you're in a large venue and you need to present. The battery is going to last up to 6 months. It does USB 2.0, and you notice that it has a USB dongle there. That's what really allows this to control that device that you're connected to. And in most cases, you don't need any software because of how the dongle works. You'll notice that there is a lot of functionality here, or a lot that you can control. You have an LED indicator, you have an escape, a page down, which also means that you would be able to get back if you need to move forward or back in a slide. You have a laser pointer, which is really great when you want to get your audience to focus in a specific area. You do have also volume control, so if you are playing a media file, you can control that. And then it obviously is battery operated. And it has a little nice hide a hole, or a place where you can actually tuck away the USB dongle and not lose it, and it's part of the control itself. As you can see, the control is relatively small, and we're going to unbox it in a second, but just one more time just to highlight all the features. You'll see here that a lot of flexibility, very powerful solution for those of you who are looking to present. Now inside the box you can find everything you need to use this remote control or presenter control. It fits easily in your hand, and it does come with 2 batteries, so you don't have to worry about having batteries. You can literally just open the box and start using it. You'll notice that it's very small, my hands aren't relatively large, so it fits easily in your hand. The finish is of a soft satin finish, but it doesn't feel like it's going to slip out of your hand. It is very good looking, elegant, and I would say while it is long in nature, it's discreet. So you'll be able to keep it in your hand. You don't really have to point in order for this to work. It really doesn't matter where you're pointing, as long as you know where your buttons are and you can feel the controls real easily. So we'll get a little closer. You can see all the controls we talked about earlier. Very easy to use, and again, very stylish in my opinion, and with all the controls highlighted and really easy to read. And this is important because if you're doing a presentation, you want those controls to be very visible and understood, so that you're not making or fumbling through trying to get your presentation moving forward or back. Now in the box, it will include, in addition to your presenter and the 2 batteries as I mentioned, you will get this little travel pouch. Now before we connect it to the PC, one of the things I wanted to do is show you the laser pointer feature. So the laser pointer feature is controlled by this trigger right here. I turned on the device, and what I'll do is I'll point here. Here's your laser pointer. And well, you can't see this on camera. I am pointing it to other areas in my studio, and it does have a pretty decent range. So this is something that should be able to help you draw attention to specific areas in your presentation. Now in the back of the remote, what you'll find is your compartment here that has the battery. But in addition to having the battery, this is the little dongle that gets connected to your PC or Mac to be able to control it. Now the other great part of this is sometimes when you're doing a presentation, you don't really use your own PC. You have someone else's PC or one that's available for you to present. And the troubling part is, do you have to install software or not in order to get this thing to work? The neat thing is that there's no software required. So all you got to do is plug this in to your computer that you're using for presentation, and then it will automatically recognize it and load what it needs in order for it to function. That's all it takes. And so a couple things I wanted to show you before we actually go through the how it navigates and how it works. So I have my Surface Pro here, and one of the things that you notice where it says OFN there, and that there's a little button there. Well, that little button actually serves as I would say a touch mouse. So you'll notice that as I'm moving to the right or to the left, the mouse is moving with it. So this is another way that you can draw attention. Well, yeah, you can use your mouse pointer to point. Sometimes that's a little bit hard to see, but you could actually put your pointer where you want to draw some attention. Now, if I want to move it forward, all I do is press this button, and you'll notice that I got my next slide. I can go back, I can go forward, and I can move through all the slides simply by pressing those buttons. So very flexible, and I really like the fact that I can use this little area here as a mouse. Now, keep in mind, I did not install any software. I just plugged it in and it just worked. So this concludes our review of the Newmen wireless presenter. If you have any comments or questions about this video, leave it in the comment area below. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And as always, don't forget to share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.